most people don't know how much hard work you put in. But when it comes time to battle, you must think about each and every day that you put that hard work in.
What happened? Why don't you play anymore?
Brian Banks was 16 years old when he was accused of a crime he did not commit.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to my channel. The Underrated Dog is yours truly, the #1 grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media. The best at the business, be putting it down for a long time. Yeah, good morning, y'all. I know it's a difference and stuff like that, but I want to put some, this is the #1 grinder talk number 8. So I already put the link in the chat. You great appreciate it. Usually I send the links out and everything. Nah, I feel like doing that and everything today. So yeah, so I hope everybody is doing fine. I'm at the library, get out, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I need to get out sometimes, sometimes I need to get out. See, I met her. I'm in New York all day. Shout out to the real one. Oh, I'm sorry. Shout out to my underrated one family. Shout out to my family, the LDBC, that stands for Lions Den boxing community, also basketball community. We roll with them for years, been rolling with them, still roll with them now. So shout out to the mighty LDBC. Also shout out to hashtag TWT family and everybody else. Everybody is doing okay. Everybody's doing okay. There are sometimes that people want you to talk certain topics and stuff. But hold on, fam. Let me take this off. I'm hot. See, I'm hot though, so let me hold on, fam. Let me get this off. Yeah. So, hold on, give me a few seconds, family. Give me a few seconds, family. Sorry, up in here. So. Give me a few seconds, family. Whew. Yo, they don't have some. Put this on. Whew, I'm hot. I'm back. I should have bought me rap, but it's alright. I'm just gonna cool down. But sometimes in life, family, right? Sometimes you just gotta fix this. Just wanna have general conversation. And sometimes that we need it. No? And hold on. And Help out that person the encouragement. You know? So that person is going through something that matters life and death, and they probably just want you to hear them. Sometimes people go through death or sickness. They're talking about the sickness themselves or members of the family. Or there's just some just said, yo, just tell this one here I love you. That I respect what you're doing. It happens. No politics is important. I know other people important, but sometimes general conversation and general well-being is much important than those things we talk about. So today, I want to encourage people. I've been doing this for a long time, and sometimes I just want to encourage people. Encourage y'all out there. Let's encourage each other. Let's encourage each other and uplift each. Let's uplift each other. Stop thinking I got everything and I don't need this and that. One thing, you better put God first. That's what you better do. Without God, ain't gonna be no parents. Without God, there won't be necessity things that help us to sustain us. Better think on family members that stick by you. You know? Better. So, what I done, what I feel, that I was going to send the links out. Usually I do through email. And I said, usually I don't put email in the chat because people act stupid and stuff like that. But don't be expecting I'm going to do this all the time. No, I'm not going to do this all the time. I'm still going to send out links throughout the email, the people come on and stuff like that. But there's probably somebody that really needs somebody to talk to. And I'm just saying, be respectable. Respect me, respect my channel, respect what I represent. So I'm asking, if you can't, don't come here. Don't come here. But get out the way. And sometimes you look how things is in these days. People is going without food. People more than ever live check by check. And if you even get a job in the union, you lucky. I mean, I can say you're lucky. You're fortunate. Food pantries dried out. the resources, the money supposed to give it to the main people. It's not. You got people mismanaged. These are real critical times, y'all, that we fail to talk about at times. As people go to psychological problems, and mental problems right now, man or woman, men and women, I mean. Maybe, I always tell people this, maybe their conversation is probably boring, but to them it's not. You should still hear them out, right? Because you hear them out, that most likely they can snap them out where they at. But us as human beings, we don't think of stuff like that, especially us as people. We don't think of stuff like that. Some of us do. I ain't gonna lie. Some of us do. We do. And the ones that do, I commend you with that. So I had the miss. She checks on me, and other people outside the space, they checked on me and everything, and I greatly appreciate it because that means a lot. They know your character, they know what you will represent and stuff. And I know I gotta do more better to check on people, see how they doing too. So I gotta work on that too. I used to do that, but when you get burnt, you just have to sit back and look at but I'm gonna get back to it though. Tell you. Hold on. See. So, why ain't do this? Okay. And when I was walking towards the library, I was looking at the trees. I was looking at everything that God had created, and sometimes that we take advantage of. See, see people got nice houses that sometimes we take for granted. So it's something that we should think about every day. No. Mother's Day is coming up. I don't celebrate holidays, but Mother's Day coming up. So I was raised as Jehovah's Witness, so still partaking in. So I love my mother every day. So I don't, so. The hardest part, one of the hardest parts to miss my mother is to call her. And sometimes I don't feel like really, I don't understand. And you call me back later, and then we had these talks. I was looking for you to call me, and sometimes we talk for hours. And I remember it's back in 2000, I believe 2000. 2017, I believe. And we was just talking about different things, raising kids, become a man and become a woman. And I remember I broke down, tears, and I'm sorry I put you everything, Mom. And I'm sorry. So what are you sorry for? Yeah, she says, I know you're mad. And I know that you tried to find your own way. I can't help you because I'm a woman. But my mother, when I was married, she came to the wedding. Even the times that mother knows what the kids go through, and even the times throughout the years that I ain't be bothered with nobody. She said, come shopping with me, and I get you here. Mom, I ain't come to get no hit with me. Boy, you better be quiet. Think Tank, man, as always, man. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for throughout the years showing up and support the #1 grinder. Salute to you back. Salute to you, man. To you and your family, man. Really appreciate that, man. Really appreciate it. See, that's what I'm talking. Think Tank right there. Always supportive. And I'm telling you, you should see sometimes when he type, he knows what he talking about. A lot of knowledge right there. A lot of knowledge. So I am acknowledging you. Thanks for always. And and I'll never forget that night before we talked. For hours a month, we gotta get some sleep. I said, yeah, I gotta get some sleep. He said, I'm gonna see my knee baby later. I said, yeah, I see my knee baby later. That was the time that my youngest brother, my youngest brother was born. My younger brother was living. So I was next. I was the little one, the youngest one. And we was talking about things about the world. We was talking about women, how women supposed to act orderly and stuff like that. And she said, I know you remember the talks that you had. I said, yeah, I remember, Mom. Yeah, I said years ago. Mother's Day popping up here. You listen here, stand up being a man. Like you said, you don't be no punk. Don't be no wishy-washy. Don't act like these men want to be women. She said nothing, but I'm not going to say that. But don't be no wishy-washy. You're a man. You're a man. God created you a man. I said, yes, man. You created you a young little baby boy. A little boy, young man and a man. I said, yes, Mom. There you go. And I hear those gems that she give to me, And look what happened now. And I know this happened for a long time, no doubt about that. But got these women ain't acting accordingly. And you got these men outside we're gonna say social media, that it's okay when a woman act a certain way. So I urge women act in accordance, act in God accordance. And and also we was talking about men. How these men want to be like women. And there's also men that they had to know masculinity why they pick up something that's gonna fit them. And these men, the social media, okay. Yeah. No voice or nothing. That's why I'm very critical. Think Tank knows this because he's been following me for years. I'm very critical of the man and women, especially a black man, black woman, and that's not going to change. If you want to be better, do better. Stop being the follower. So I miss my mother. I miss her love. I miss her counsel. I miss her hugs. I miss her jokes. Oh, she can joke. I miss how she get mad at me. Sometimes I used to mess with her. I said, I like how you get mad at me. Don't you do that. I miss the times that how people don't understand. She coming in and just get on her lap, just rub my head. Or we sit down and she hug me. Yeah. Also, I miss my father too, my late father too. Piece of work, but that's still my father. I miss about his commitment. I miss him in his own way, do whatever he can to protect the family. Even though that high nobody don't care or they don't want to. No. No. Yep. Just be there. You know? Just showed up. Just show up. Hold on, fam. Hold on. Yep. Again, welcome to my channel. Number one grind, the underrated darkness, yours truly. The number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media, the best of the business. This is yep. Prince PA, what's good? The link is in the chat if you want it. If you want to come up, brother. Link is in the chat. Link is in the chat. Hold on. Oh, damn. What the hell? Oh, shoot. Not that, man. Shit. Hold on. Man, what the fuck? Look, I did. Hold on. Alright, there you go. So, anybody want to come up? Hold on. Shout out to Brother Prince in the building. Keep up the good work. You know? So, yeah. So, yes. There you go, right there. Brother Prince, if you want to come up, there goes the link right there. You can come on up, talk about a few things and stuff. And I definitely want to talk to you. Anything that goes on football and NFL schedule and other stuff. Over here, we talk about everything. We find solutions. So come on up. And and there's some people saying, "Oh, you need to respect the elders and stuff." Well, the elders don't even respect themselves. So why do you think some young men and women gonna respect you? No. Yeah, they could always talk about, oh yeah, I want people to get together and stuff. Yeah, it takes work to get together. Yep. I catch my, I can't, yeah. Yep. And the children's running wild. Mm-mm-mm. Yep. Yeah. Tell y'all, we gotta get it right. We gotta get it right. Gotta get it right. That's why sometimes I feel like you live by yourself and everything. Hey, I don't. Yep. 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 Cherish what you have, y'all. Cherish what you have. Cherish what you have. Again, my channel is The Underrated Darkness, yours truth, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on social media. And this is the Grinder Talk number 8. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody up here that taking care of business. Yep. You know, school be out. I think people will be out, get out school. I say I'm in Virginia, so they get out early. School will be out, so you know it's going to be a lot of. I can not say that because people gonna be acting crazy. So y'all be safe out there. Well, y'all be safe. Be safe out there. Watch out for the old people. Watch out for them. No. Again, anybody wants to come up, they can. That'd be greatly appreciated. Let's have the conversation. Let's have the conversation. You know, when I was living in New York, family, like sometimes when I want to get by, you know, be by myself, and I used to ride on the train, play basketball, ride on the train. Can't even do it no more. Do it when you get choked out. The homeless man got choked out by the Marine. Yeah, people saying, "Oh, you don't know what the guy did." Even if he holler at him or do something, you a Marine, you are trained. He killed another man, another black man. But you know, you talk to people in this space, they feel he deserved it. But these are the same people. They think they talk of righteousness. That another black man got slaughtered. And I'm not saying people in the space don't care, they talk about it. I'm not gonna say that they doing one and salute to y'all, but majority of y'all, you're sick. I'm not gonna say you're sick. Y'all died. Let me take that back. Y'all no good. Y'all no good. But you wanna smile in my face. Think everything is good. That's the crazy thing about it. And black women get slaughtered too, yes. We need to announce that too. But they always say when a black woman kill. They always say, "Oh yeah, the black man done it." Yeah, black man shouldn't kill no black woman. Black woman shouldn't kill no black man. See, I'm fair. But when the black woman get killed by a man don't look like us, or very southern, they sweep that underneath the wall. Sweep that underneath the rug. And there are stories that are out there like that too. I don't see that many sisters do stories on that in space. I do. I talk about it. But y'all the same ones that say black man no good. Ain't. Y'all pathetic. Even you got something in, same thing. That pathetic. Always ask when it's gonna come a time that us as a people, we gonna get things together. Well, no one. But I hope everybody's doing fine. Sometimes I say I'm not all right, but I'm okay. Hey, it's part of being a man, right? And you got men who don't want to fight for men's existence. Ooh, that pissed me off, y'all. And I'm just being nice about it. No. But let me say this about consecrating. Sometimes, get a topic or get something, just talk. If people want to get on the panel, they get on. If they don't, they don't. Just talk. Just get it out. Yep. Get it out. Tell you one thing, you will feel better after that. You do. You will feel much better. So, many times I did a live for Dolo, for self. I'm in the library and tell you, the computers is down, out of order and stuff. So, but hey, Wi-Fi working, so I thank God for that. Hold on, family. Brother Sheed, how you doing? Brother Sheed, how you doing? Oh, okay, hold on, Brother Sheed in the building. Good morning, Brother Sheed.
What's going on? Am I coming in clear?
Yeah, you good, brother. You good. How you feel, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I see you. I see you found that echo, killed it out.
Yeah, I did. I took care of that, man. Of this channel, our condolences, my brother.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's why I didn't come up as much last week. I was in the chat when you was doing your live last week and just let you know, but I was just like, man, just taking a little break.
You
But
gotta do
appreciate that.
that.
Thank you, man.
Now, you do that because let me before we continue, brother She. Brother She always when he has time, he keep in contact with me, and sometimes he tells me, on the radio, my brother, you ain't going nowhere. Need a break. We here.
Yeah.
And I think I feel sometimes in this space, not sometimes, in this space we need to do that sometimes because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, brother She, right? Is me and you, I say we one of the few brothers in here that we are transparent what's going on in our life. Not everything, but also to impact others. And when you're transparent at times, it's not being appreciated. Because you hear the nonsense here, nonsense there. And sometimes you gotta see for what it is and take a break. So lately I've been taking breaks. I'll be like, nah, I had people say, oh man, you be on there. I remember, I need to take a break. But today, I just want to encourage people. Do whatever I can to help. And I'm glad that you're up here, Brother She, because I can't imagine what you're going through. But I just want to let you know that I'm here.
Appreciate it.
You can reach out to me through here, and you got my number. You can reach out. So do that. I'm here. So tell people what you're doing right now.
Basically, pretty much, man. I done got into farming. I've been planting seeds, man. Actually my strawberries and my grape tree, I bought them already blossomed, and I just put them in water in a pot and trying to grow them. But my pineapples, they ain't really blooming. But the surprise, believe it or not, my cucumbers, man, I grew them from seeds, and they've been growing pretty good. So I'm finna actually transfer them into a bigger pot and just let them grow, man, because the cucumbers are growing. Like, that's the only thing I'm growing right now is cucumbers. My corn, I found out it take a lot to grow corn, and I'm starting to see that now. Yeah. The carrots are growing out pretty good. I'm gonna grow that. But other than that, man, I'm just living, man. Like I say, well, even with my cousin, man, she passed. She was a good individual, man, and I'm not even, sad about her passing. Just more of a reflecting thing why I took off, because, she was the type that, she was heavy into the church, and she's resting right now. That's a good thing for her. She wouldn't want nobody to be sad over her anyway, because like I said, anybody she meet, she'll give everybody a hug, talk to them. That COVID kind of hurt her a little bit because, she's more of a sociable person. She like hugging and talking
Right.
to people, helping you figure things out. So she was a good person, man. Everybody know her always smiling and stuff. So like that was one of the biggest things. So like I said, I'm not even, because I know she at peace.
Good, good. You know,
You know.
before you came up here, I was talking about my late parents, how they impact
Uh huh.
me. And I was thinking, as you noticed lately, I've been talking about the jewels that my parents has said to me. And I was thinking about my late mother, and then I was talking to her, because I know we approach a Mother's Day, and I don't celebrate holidays, but I talked about Mother's Day, and she was telling me about, stand up being a man, you know, watch out for certain days of a woman, make sure you have good character, stand up for what's right, even though that you by yourself, and but the sad thing about it, you talking about farming and stuff, it's so for because my late father, as you know, my late father's from Georgia, and then they was into farming, that's decades ago. And
Yeah.
I feel that us as black men, like, we need to get back into that. We gotta talk about farming. We gotta talk about create certain things for ourselves. Sit down as a family. I mean, you know how it is, brother. Because you farming and stuff. That's a joy. You can make salads, and we having good health and everything. And I think that we should talk about that more instead of everything else. And besides, shout out to Four Quarter Tall Big Dude talking about health and stuff like that. But yesterday, you missed it. I talk about health insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should have
that's very
hit.
vital.
Should have hit Alonzo. Alonzo would have came up and came on the panel with you.
Yeah,
I got his number and I got his email. And I shoot it to you, and you
yeah.
can
I
holler at him
got it.
sometime. Okay, yeah, because
I got it. Yeah, I got it. Oh,
he'll definitely come up and talk about that. That's his bag. We talked about that yesterday when I was, just talking to the people. I hit the 9 laws of self-government for people to come up and take a look at. Yeah, but that's like men a part of growing, doing something. I had went down to the Soul Family Expo down in Savannah. I went down there, and it's a lot of people that not Soul but Soil Family Expo, and there's a lot of people on YouTube I met up that do farming, and while they doing their farming, pretty much they channels are growing and they helping other people grow their channels. There's a lot of farming channels out here. One of the guys I met, me and him became real cool.
right.
Broke Farmer, guy by the name of Broke Farmer. He pretty cool, man. He got his garden out there. He grow his stuff, and we conversate and talk about different things. A lot of everything else, but farming, indeed too. But you know, having those jewels from your family, actually giving you something to work with and go forth in the near future. A lot of people, got to start back holding on to those jewels because that's what made families. Back in the day, they all grew up on principles and them jewels that the last generation gave.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I've been
Nowadays, we taking that stuff for granted.
yeah, we do, and I think that I'm gonna start doing that too. Like the farmer, I'm gonna start having people to come as you, people be farmers and stuff. I know a little somewhere. I can't grow where I'm at. I can't grow. I can get a plant, but farming I can't do that. And I think that is very essential that we have farming in our community so we can develop. We can have food pantries. I
Yeah,
think that we definitely gotta, because around the country, especially in our community, we are losing food pantries like the hundreds throughout the years.
yeah. Believe it or
And
not, man.
yeah,
I was gonna say real quick, sustaining life. It's lady down in California. She's trying to get to 95% off the land and only 5% from the grocery store, like getting detergent, getting
Mm-hmm.
tissue and stuff like that. She got chickens. She finna get her a cow. Like she gonna be literally growing her own food to eat. From the cows, the chicken, getting the fresh egg, getting milk, all whatever she want, straight from the cow, like that. Meat, pigs, all that. She already growing up plants and stuff, potatoes, all that. So she's gonna be living off her land. A lot of people they stepped away from that back in the day, and that's the biggest thing. Like right now, if anybody cut off our like you can cut off our money, we can still barter. I can give you something, you give me something to eat with. That's how people did back in the day. If you own a
Yes.
farm and grow all vegetables, and I had cows, I'd take half of your harvest for a whole cow. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the thing. You cut off the food, then what do you got? You need food to eat. Water free to an extent. Your shelter is somewhat, but you can build on that. But you need food to sustain life.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was too. Cause when I used to, my father was living. When we used to come down there, my uncle they had two farms. They had two farms. They had one for the animals, and they had one for vegetables and fruits and all that. And yeah, I feel that's the way, And like you brought a valid point. We got away from that because we went to that city. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, yeah. Keep the bad parasites down there too. Yeah, that's true, Sister Cotina. And I remember that my Aunt Belle used to drive into the farm, get the meats and stuff, clean out and everything. Yeah, you're right, Sister Coco Tina, yeah. And back then, when you feed the cows, you feed them vegetables and you feed them vegetables and fruits and stuff.
Yeah, nowadays, man, they feed them jokers anything. I know one guy. He said he was eating some licorice and dropped the licorice, and the cow started eating licorice. So he got to the point where he bought so much licorice at wholesale, it was cheaper than buying feed for the cows. And I'm like, man, you feeding that to the cow? Most of
That's
the ones
crazy.
they have grass fed, they not on no different special feeds. They give them grass fed stuff to where, you know, just eating strictly grass, and then the cows not being stressed. The meat is a lot more leaner. It's not tough, and they can
Yes.
sell it better. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. They feed the animals, my aunt and my uncle, you know, they feed them grass, fruit, or vegetables. That's it. That's all they have. Sister Coco T said, I commend people. I commend people who have time and energy to garden. Yes, that takes work. You're right. It
Yeah.
takes work, Sister Coco T. It is. I seen it. So that's why I wish I could live in a certain place that I could just grow certain things. Cause as me, I cook, and
Yeah.
so I like to grow. I like to grow certain things, and even like liquor back in the days too.
In your
We
house
had.
right now, you can grow rosemary, all the stuff for seasoning. You can grow seasonings inside the house. They have like
Mm,
these ingrown to where you can just plant the seeds and grow it in the house. They have
mm-hmm.
like a whole kit that you can get and grow the seeds and stuff in your house, and you don't need no big garden. They even have it to where, like, say you got a windowsill and apartments, and you can just set it outside there and grow. Like they have a hook that actually hangs off. Because I know back in the day when I was younger, they had people who stayed on the second floor had like a little flower bed over in their
Yeah.
window,
Yup.
and they would just plant those little bitty plants. Have the hooks that it's like metal hooks that hanging in your windowsill. You
Mm-hmm.
close your window down and lock down that flower bed, and then you just grow your plants from there. Cause like I said, with corn, I mean with carrots, You can grow carrots easy in a little box. All you need is something small enough. Give it some light. Give it some water. Sit it out on the balcony or something. Those carrots will grow. Cause mine is growing now. I had grew them from like the German side period to where you
Mm-hmm.
take the seeds. I put them in a napkin, spread them in a napkin a little bit, and then no, I think the what's called I could put them in the ground. The carrot seeds I could put them in the ground, but the cucumber seeds I had to put them in a napkin and put them in a Ziploc bag and let them sprout. Once they sprouted, I took them out, put them in the dirt, put them in a small pot. Then as they growing, I'm switching them from one small pot to a bigger pot. So I know with the pineapple, it takes about 2 years for a pineapple to grow. Man, I'm like, whew. I don't
Yeah, I
know if
heard
I can
about that
wait
too.
that long.
Yeah. My father told me. He said sometimes it takes them. Something it depends like how big is the garden you had, or they sometimes it take almost 3 years.
Yeah. So I'm like, man, I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah, but my
Yeah, you
friend
gotta
he
be
has
extra
this
patient
older
with
guy.
that. Huh?
Yeah, this older guy I know he grew pineapple. It's his 5th year growing them because he just cut the top off. You cut the top off the pineapple and you peel it back so many till you see like the little brown roots in there, and then you turn around, cut just a little bit off, and then put it in the dark, let it dry out. Once it dries out, then that's when you put it in a flower pot and let them grow. But you got to use a certain type of dirt. You can't really use like the potting soil for regular plants. It's got to be like a cactus soil, like some type of dry dirt and dust type deal,
Yeah.
and you grow it like that. So yeah, he done grew plenty of them that way. Yep.
But I know if you put it in a pot and they grow a certain length, you definitely got to put it in the ground so it can finish on
Yep.
growing and stuff like that. Man, them
Well,
things go
well,
big. Yeah.
he just got a real big pot. And he got a real big pot and he put it in there. It grew pretty good. He done had I think 4 of them since the lady at the job. She gave him a root to grow, so he done had about 4 of them grew already. He done ate them, and he planted some watermelon seeds. And lo and behold, man, that watermelons was so sweet. Yep.
Nah, I can't stand watermelon. Now I heard cantaloupe.
Yeah, I ate cantaloupe. Matter of fact, I
Cantaloupe
was
is
just
easy to
eating
grow
cantaloupe
too.
yesterday.
I can't eat watermelon cantaloupe. Safe. They can have that. Yeah,
Yeah,
but oranges, yeah. So I want to grow. One day I want to grow some oranges and tangerines and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, if I want to grow stuff like that. Have you been watching sports lately?
Not really so much. I heard the story about the Lakers and Warriors. They down Warriors down by 1. It's gonna be game what 5 tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh no, that's game 6. My bad, game 6 tomorrow.
probably six. Yeah, probably six.
Yeah, 6. But this the game either they tie it up or LeBron them take the win. I think they're gonna tie it up because it's more money the longer you go in the series
Yeah,
and the way bring more to the finals.
yeah, it is.
Cause you see what I think who is it what's the other team that's playing Philly? Can't think of having a brain freeze. But
Boston,
the other team that's playing pretty much when it come down
Boston.
to Boston, yeah, Celtics and yeah, I know it's the Celtics and somebody. I think it's Philly or who is it? Yeah, but pretty much that look like it's gonna be a sweep over there. I think
Yeah.
whoever goes to the finals is gonna be a hard sweep. I think Boston gonna end up laying down between either the Lakers or the Warriors if they go over there. That's gonna be a hard push right there. Cause Boston got a good team, but I don't know.
I don't know. But it seems like the last few years in the playoffs, they just don't do well.
Yeah,
They just don't do well. And the Knicks, I think the Knicks is down, or the Heat, like 3 games to 1. So the Heat, they might closing them out. But even if the Knicks don't win, at least they could build off this.
Yeah.
They could build off that, and like I said again, I said, well, I would do it. I would do a special commentary if the Knicks lose the series. I would do a special commentary on that, y'all. So stay tuned for that. So, but I'm not saying nothing about it. But trust me, I'm gonna do a special commentary on that. But then the Jets made some good moves and stuff, and looking forward for that. It's going to be the Jets and Miami Dolphins. They're going to play very first Black Friday game.
Mm.
Tell you, NFL, man, they make the money.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely
They
make
make
it.
their money. They make their money now. A very first Black Friday game, y'all. Oh, I see y'all.
I don't understand why none of these millionaires and billionaires don't try to own a team. But then I heard that it's a way that if you try to buy a team, they gotta want you to get in there.
Yeah, I can tell you this. That I know people that I put it like this, and I know people don't like when I say this, but I'm gonna say this, but it's still the good old boys club.
Yeah, it is. It's undenying that.
So no matter how much but they got women in there that's still good old boys club. I said, you got women in there. That's great. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but there's no black ownership in the NFL.
Yep.
For this is people fail to understand. And then there's no highly black quarterbacks in the NFL either.
Yeah. Yeah, they try to push it out, but
And so, so we ain't talking about the NBA. No, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say they try to push it out because with the draft, I think the draft came out about close to 90% quarterbacks were black. They probably had
Yeah.
about what three or four black. The one white quarterback, he came out in the second round or the
Yes.
third. Yep.
Second round.
Yeah.
And they trying to make a big thing about him and stuff, but I was checking tape on him. Come on, I'm like, he's not. You're trying to portray him like he paid Manny's and Cosby. He ain't no way. He's no way then. I think they picked him because we got to get away. Like I said, I talk more about that on my commentary. I didn't get that, but I'm just saying is that but the NBA. They the only I think Jordan is the only minority owner.
Yep. I don't know there's no other, and that's because he's partial. I don't even think he's full owned. He's just a partial owner because he put up a
Yeah, he's
percentage.
a partial owner, right?
Yep.
So really, he is just partially owned. So now there ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? And there's hardly no black head coaches, and I'm saying, you're still recycling bad coaches that the record was like maybe like 300 and the loss is like 500, but y'all still hot, and so. Hey, what's up? What's up? I ain't seen you in a while. Dollar Will said, "Peace, football fans. Some billionaires will sell these teams to cash and before the stock market dies. People don't buy tickets during depression." Yeah, true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So, and then also you go more on that point. A lot of these, a lot of these teams. They've been in existence for over 100 years.
Yeah.
So you think
Yep.
if they ain't changed then, what you think they're gonna change right now? You know what I mean? So
Try to keep that wealth in house as much as possible, man.
yep.
What's going on, Dollar Will? Yeah,
Dollar Will was good.
when it come down to it, hey, look at what's the good old boy name down in Dallas? The one that owned the stadium in Dallas. I
Jerry
can't think
Jones.
of his name. Yeah, Jerry Jones. So Jerry put a little to get a whole lot back. But man, that stadium is open year round.
Mm-hmm.
People go to the stadium and eat lunch, eat dinner.
Right.
They have
Yeah.
tours. They have tours of the. One of my friends, he went down there and had a tour. He was like, "Man, I don't even deal with the NFL like that, but I mean with the Cowboys." But he was like, "Shoot, just because they had a tour for you can go down there, he went on the tour." He's like, "Why not, man? I love football." He said, "I don't like Dallas, but I love football." So he went on a tour of the stadium, took some pictures, around there, had something to eat out there, drink, and he was like, "Man, that stadium awesome." And he was just wowing how bad the stadium was. And he was like, "Man, just the experience without the game, it took the hoopla out because you didn't have like the fans bumping you and you trying to rush and get this and that place. The money was there, man. Dallas got some money. Arlington
Yeah.
Stadium, man. Whew.
Yeah, you're right, Dollar Well. Yeah, the Dallas team was the most expensive at the time. He bought it now it's most valuable. Yes.
Yep. Man, he
Hey,
makes so much
Marissa,
money.
how
Like,
you doing? How you doing, Marissa? I said
put
hand
all that money
picking.
to that move.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome,
Putting,
Marissa.
putting,
Yeah.
all, putting all that money in that stadium, it was worth it. Good return. And a lot of people, they don't think about that. When you investing in something, put your money in something, you expect somewhat of a return. But like they always say, you bet on yourself, man, and you bet on yourself for the return. Can't get mad at
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah, so, well, welcome, Marissa. Welcome, Dollar. I ain't see you in a while, man. Thanks for coming. And welcome to my channel, Underrated Darkness. You're the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media. And this is the number one grinder talk. Number 8. I'm here with my brother Sheed. And if anybody that wants to donate, please do. See his flash right there. Be very much appreciated if you can. It's $ capital JT 53000, or I do have PayPal. It's PayPal all in caps. PayPal.me/JT Black 53. If you cannot do that, please hit the like button, share me out, hit the bell, so in case if I come with a powerful live stream or video, y'all will get it first. That'd be greatly appreciated. Welcome everybody here. I ain't seen y'all in a while. Thank you. Dollar. Wait before we continue. Me and Brother Sheed. Yeah. Jerry Gamble and one. Yeah. Man, I remember he brought the team back in '89 because that's the same year that my father passed. So I remember that, and and I remember them. They they ain't let the late great Tom Landry know that he got fired. And so you gambling's a gambling, man. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we do gotta talk about stuff like that. Always like, as you know, brother, she always talk about, let me see. Somebody came here. Come through here. Oh, brother Pierre. Welcome, brother. Welcome.
What's going on, bro? The game show host, baby.
Yeah.
I be over there. I brother be over there. He be going in, getting it in.
Yeah,
Let him win for the spin. Hey.
Yeah, you right, Dollar. Well, he almost had, but he don't. Everybody thought he's country, but no, he's California. And let me say this though too, him and Coach Coach Jimmy Johnson. They was on the 1964 Arkansas national championship team too in Arkansas. Yes, look it up. They was on the team together. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hold on. There you go, brother. I think so too. But yeah. Thank you. Thanks for confirming. Yeah, they was on the championship team in Arkansas Razorbacks back in 1964. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome, brother Prince Pierre. A lot of people don't know back in the early 60s, going towards the mid 60s, Arkansas has some pretty good teams. It had some pretty good teams back then. They ain't had hardly no blacks in there, but he popping out and everything. Yeah, but so. Yeah, I would like to go to Texas one day though, brother. Visit. I would like to. Yeah, Jay Gett. Yeah, he played. I forgot position, but he played. He played. Yeah. Yeah. Offensive line, thank you. Offensive line, yeah. And I believe Jimmy Johnson he was on the defense side. I forgot what position, but I believe Coach Johnson, he was on the defensive side. Yeah, so. But that's when people said that Jerry Jones don't know football, all right, I give you that. But he know offensive line because he played it. So if you notice throughout the years, he always in the draft he always trying to get a top offensive line because he played it, and so. That's why throughout the years, Dallas, they always had top offenses. Always had the top offense, at least, especially the running game and stuff, because he always made sure drafted, offensive line. So I give him that. Give him that. Shout out to brother Prince Pierre. So shout out to you, brother Pierre. Could you hear me? You dragging.
I gotta check your mic connections.
Who, PA?
Yeah, look like you might have to check your mic connection.
Yeah. But you can hear me, right, brother She?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Here goes the link in the chat. So anybody that wants to come up, you're more than welcome to come up. That'd be greatly appreciated. And yeah, so get back to guy. I want him to join because we're gonna talk about some Jets and everything. How you like them Jets?
Them Jets okay. What they gonna do though?
I know. You dragging, bro. You might have to go back out and come back in.
Tell him he gotta look at the setting in his mic, cause or his interface, but it
Yeah,
sounds like it's on like a.
yeah. You said Dollar Will said, remember Jerry is the GM, so he's not butting in. Most other teams owner blames GM that fires him. Jerry is the GM. Yeah, that's true. Get that. Yeah, so his internet lines on crack. Dollar Will, man. Yo, shout out to you, Dollar Will, man. Thanks for your support. I know I know you're busy, but wherever you're around, you always support me. We want to see you more. Hopefully, I can do a chop up with you, Dollar Will. If you hear me, chop up is but she could tell you, it's not an interview. Is you be the main guest. I ask certain things about you, and also you could ask things about me too. It's a chop up series, on I'm asking, you can do a short to let people know on your side that you're gonna chop it up with me on this end, and you send me a picture or avatar. Or when I set it up and everything, that'd be it. So, but Dollar Will, if you, yeah, I'm gonna put my email right now. Dollar Will, so yeah. Dollar Will always support me, so.
Yeah, Dollar Will be about them dollars. That's why Dollar Will.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I gotta get Dollar Will, because I need some dollars, Dollar Will. You gotta show me dollars. I'm just joking. But I want you to reach out to me, Dollar Will, so we can do this chop up and everything. So okay, so Dollar Will, there goes my email right there. Let me know that you got it. And welcome back, Coco Tina. Welcome back, brother Prince PA. Okay, send me an email right now, Dollar Will, so I can plug you up in there, so we can definitely set it up. You know what I mean? So we definitely set it up. Let me know you'll send me an email right now, so I can plug you in and everything. Talk, say something on brother PA. Oh.
Yeah, it's his settings, man.
It's settings. Yeah, you got me. Yeah. Send me one right now. Yeah. Yeah, you got Foot Soldier, Sister Foot Soldier. Thanks for coming.
Foot Soldier, I ain't seen Foot Soldier in a minute.
Yeah. I ain't seen her in a while too. You see her in a while. So. Yeah, fix your settings, bro. Good morning, Foot Soldier. Thanks for coming. If you want to come up, let's see. You want to come up? There goes the link right there. So you wants to come up? There goes the link right there. So come on up. And everything. Let me ask you a question, Brother Sheed. I know there's a lot happening in Georgia for the last few years. What's the temperature in Georgia on politics?
Well, and it's rough because the crazy part when they had that what's the lady name that ran?
Stacey Abrams.
Stacey Abrams, yeah. So there was a lot of pushback on her because a lot of the women were saying that the guys wasn't voting for her, but they were. It's just the whole thing. They wanted to kind of bully the men, but it wasn't us. Like far as I'm gonna vote who I want to vote for, and if I don't think if she's a good candidate, I'm not gonna let her get in or vote for or whatever. So that's first and foremost. And then second of all, when it come down to it, you you trying to campaign for us, and you got to campaign for everybody because the men came out and voted, you know, and for the ones that didn't come out and vote, that means they're not voters. So you got to campaign to the people that vote, and just run your campaign fair and go from there. It was so much, and then not to mention, you know, you're not gonna get that guy out of office. I mean, it's a hard push. Stacey, she had a good fight, but then she had other women coming in adding fire to the flame. Like I think it was Fox or whatever, and they would start going in on all the men in Georgia. I'm like, that would make men don't want to vote for, Stacey when you have other women trying to, belittle men in Georgia saying that we ain't about nothing. We don't. It's like the whole conversation with Joe Biden. If you don't vote for him, you're not black. Same concept. And the women were forcing that, and I'm like, I wouldn't have been mad if a lot of them guys didn't vote for Stacey on the premise of that, because you know
Right.
the politics is speak for itself. They're gonna have the push to who they want to be in office, and strong pushes. If they need the numbers, they know how to go get the numbers. Most of the politicians, they know how to go get the numbers. You go to them rural towns and you deal with them. Those where your numbers come from. Those rural towns. That's what she did the first time in all.
Hello. You're still dragging, bro. We can't hear you, bro. You sound like a robot. Oh, gotta set the settings and stuff. But yeah, but you is you there, brother Sheed? See, Coco Tina. I don't know. I don't know,
Yeah, my
brother
bad. I'm
Don.
still here.
Okay. Coco Tina says Stacy is now part of Howard University. What position, Sister Coco Tina? Yeah, you're right, Dollar Will. He might have to start. Look at your email, brother. I just sent something to you. We might have to start his computer. Yeah. You hear me, brother, Pierre? You might have to go restart your computer, and also like brother she said, you got check out your settings on your mic.
Yeah, because I mean, I think he uses a mic. Because if he was going directly from his phone, I don't think that would be a big hassle. But I
Yeah.
think he used a mic with an interface, and when using that, depend on your settings. Because I got an interface that I can slow down my speech to. You gotta check those knobs and make sure he ain't hitting no settings off of them. Because my interface, I can do that. I can slow it down, speed it up. I can make myself have like a woman's voice, a man's voice, a kid voice.
Yeah.
So it has different little features in it. Yeah, but even with Stacy, man, she's good at what she do. She knows politics. She can help the people, but it's like the circle that you keep. You know how those women just didn't stick to the guns. You want to persecute the men because they didn't vote for her, and belittling them don't make them want to vote for her more. It puts more of a hindrance on them wanting to actually do the voting process in general. So I didn't understand that from the jump.
Yeah, I think when I had people, I knew people that used to was like where I was raised in New York and they live in Georgia, and they said she was terrible. Her camp was very terrible, very disrespectful. And that they was a turnoff. And the senator, the one who got voted as a senator in Georgia, he wasn't no help either. They were still, we need to support Abrams and stuff like that. I think the Democrats was trying to get, instead of one senator, they're trying to get two senators in this, so that they could beef up on the Senate and stuff like that. But it was terrible. It was.
Yeah, a lot of that bad politics, man, not sticking to their guns, man. And then, like, even with the issues with our police departments down here, it's just crazy. You know, because we constantly have different fights amongst that. I mean, look how many times that we, you know, had people getting killed in Atlanta and situations with that, you know. So it's always a big issue with the violence with guns and stuff like that. But man, it's like it's getting harder and harder to, you know, actually keep and maintain a level of, you know, maturity when it comes to the politics, because everybody's fighting, going against, you know, what's already the issues, and nobody wants to resolve it. They just want to keep the small things at bay to the point where it gets out of control. Because the crazy part with that situation that happened in Memphis about that cop beating on a guy,
Yes.
that police chief, she was the same chief in Atlanta. She was the same chief in Atlanta, and you know the guys try to make a spin on it about her, and I'm like, nah, that didn't have nothing to do with her. You know, like the situation in Atlanta, even though she kind of had a little bit to do with that, that's the reason she got fired, because one of her officers was treating kids, and she kind of let it go on for the sake of him being such a good cop and good at what he did. That was one thing. And then she, you know, she got booted in, I think, North Carolina with the same issue, but that in Tennessee, that had strictly nothing to do with her. You know, that was one man who was jealous and, you know, trying to take his revenge out on that guy. I'm like, man, that was horrible. Because they even found out he was taking pictures of him as, you know, he got beat up. He was taking pictures of the guy and sending them to the girl. I'm like, man, that whole story got crazy. Because I'm like, the internet is undefeated, boy. That's like what Jamie Foxx now, the situation going on with him. A lot of people are speaking up about that.
Tell people, because they probably don't know.
Yeah, but they saying that, you know, between Puffy and some, you know, hear talk, but it don't sound too far from the future. I mean, from the truth. Because with Puffy, you know, Jamie Foxx always talking about Puffy being suspect. So now the rules of engagement is, if he's really suspect, then, you know, he airing his business out then. You know, nobody likes being aired out like that. So that's gonna be a major issue.
And I heard I heard it's true that Jamie Foxx is not doing that good in the hospital.
Yeah, they saying that, you know, they saying that he's gonna have a speedy recovery and he's gonna come back, but now it's to the point that they say, man, he might be in there for a minute. And I don't know. It's like, what did happen to him? You know, was they giving him drugs or something? You know, panned out and it wasn't good. 'Cause I'm like, this situation, I ain't heard this like this in a minute about nobody getting into a situation where they, you know, damn near bound and can't do nothing for themselves. I'm like, this kind of sketchy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's like, when it come down to it, the way of the world. That's why you know, that's why I tell you, even when I do my lives, man, I try to stick more on trying to help people and go from that narrative than to try to be, you know, getting in here doing the gossip talk and entertaining. Because I say, just like what you do on your channel, man, you know, try to guide the masses and, you know, having an understanding that we're gonna have to live and work together, be at peace. Enough of all this crazy drama and fighting and stuff.
Yeah, I tell you. Sister Coco Tina I'm gonna get with you. I'm gonna get to that comment for Soldier. I promise you in a few seconds. Sister, I ain't cool. Miss Abrams, she is the chair of the race of black politics in Howard University. She is supposed to lead politics issues on campus. She's supposed to lead the political issues affecting black Americans on campus. I laugh at that. Coach TC, the Jennifer had a heart attack, stroke, I thought. And Sister Soldier said, I feel like women should not work as security guards, police officers, or military. That's just me. Jay Gibb in the building. Salute. Foot Soldier. They salute each other and stuff. But Foot Soldier, if he wants to come up, feel free. You want to explain that? Feel free. You know. Feel free. You want to come up? No. Yeah. So again, anybody that wants to donate, welcome back, Jay Gibb. Anybody that wants to donate, my Cash App is $JT 53000, or have PayPal or in cash, paypal.me/JT Black 53 or in cap. So if anybody wants to donate, that'd be very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. All right. And this is, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the #1 grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media. And this is the #1 grinder talk 8. This is 8. We got Brother Sheed here. I know brother Pierre trying to get on and stuff. Come back, brother, get that fixed. And we're gonna continue this a little more. There goes the link in the chat that anybody else that wants to join, that'd be very much appreciated. Let me read this $1. Check your email after you send me that. Foot Soldier, I think depends on the exact nature of their assignment. Some jobs are more physical than others. Some security guards are unarmed window dressing. That is true. Sure. Yeah. And then I'm here with brother Sheep. We here, and today we gonna send out our condolences to his cousin that has passed away not too long ago. And shout out to you, brother Sheep. Shout out to his family, and the constant prayers to the family and stuff. And then he said great things about the cousin. And we should always have examples instead of his brother She that wants to talk about say again about his cousin, he can, but so but we here and stuff, very much thank y'all again for being part of this, very much appreciated. Yeah, and shout out to everybody. And stuff. So, Brother She, when the next time you gonna come on? Oh, okay, hold on, let me see.
I be trying to come on early in the morning. I might do some this afternoon though.
Okay.
Yeah, might do a little bit this afternoon. But yeah, I try to come on early in the morning, get it out of the way, and then just go listen to a lot of panels and stuff.
Well, okay. Before we get Foot Soldier in, there is going to be a chop up with Brother Dollar Will. He's been rolling with me for a long time, and we just got to get things straightened out. So hopefully, you will see a chop up or dollar will on this channel. So watch out for that. Another chop up, another classic is happening, and we're gonna welcome our sister for Soldier. Always been big supporter of me for a long time, and thank you so much.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
You said you wanted me to explain my comment. Oh yeah, why you put me on blast, brother? She.
Yeah,
Is
so
he
I ain't
there?
seen you in a minute. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I ain't
You
seen you in a minute. That's all I'm just saying.
don't come for me, brother. She. But no, that's just how I feel about it. It seems to be now, instead of it being black on black crime, which is running rapid. What's running rapid even more is women against men. That's what's going on right now. All the black women that want to down all the black men as if we dated all the black men in this world, right? So all black men are bad, right? I don't see it that way. It's just a lot of times just because we can, that don't mean we should. When it comes to the workforce and things like that, I just feel like that's more of a man's thing than a woman. It's not to say that we can't do it, but should we do it? I've seen women officers get beat down by criminals. I've seen a guard get beat down by a criminal in the jail. There's just certain things that we do. Do we do it because we can, or do we do it because society say we should?
Right.
That's the things we need to be thinking. We're not focused, unfortunately, as a whole, we are not nowhere near where we need to be, where we can be, but we just not. We choose to go to the opposite direction. We choose to fall into what society dictates to us, women and men. It's just so much abused men out there than it is abused women. But they don't talk about it because they're men. So they figure because they're men, they shouldn't have no problem with a woman putting their hands on them. So when they respond the same way, it becomes, oh, you're being abusive to women. No, I teach my granddaughter this all the time when she used to hit her brother. He's older. He comes to me and say, so I tell her, if you don't want to be hit back, that's not me advocating abuse. But if you don't want him to hit you back, keep your hands to yourself. There are other ways to interact with men. There are other ways to interact with boys. He's a boy. It's in him to be a boy, right? It's just a nature thing for boys. He's already getting hassled by boys, so now you have a girl hitting you. You see what I'm saying? So in his mind, he's being punked by a girl. That's how he think. Not a boy. I'm just saying. We have to distinguish boys from girls. They're trying to make it so that it's the same. It's not the same. That's why you're a boy and she's a girl. You get it?
Got it.
It's what society is dictating to us, and that's what we seem to be running with. And that's where all this division comes into play between us. As a whole, we are nowhere near where we need to be, where we should be. We are not on point on anything. Either if the men say something, oh no, you're wrong, you're a man, you don't understand. No, it's not that. They can have a different perspective on things because they're men when it comes to dealing with boys. Not saying women can't raise boys to be men, but at some point in that boy, if he's gonna need a man, figure whether it's an uncle or a friend, a neighbor, or whatever, to talk to him.
Right. Got you. Damn.
I'm not advocating anything, especially when it comes to domestic violence.
No, we know.
You look at where we at. You sat on a train in Philly and watched a man rape a woman, and all they did was pull out the cameras. Where are we at in society to allow that to happen? You come on YouTube and you give all your money, your hard-working money, to a content creator, but you the same people cry about your communities failing. Do you know all that money that you put into that? You could put into some kind of center. They're out there.
Yeah. You go in and out, my sister. We can't hear you. I said I want some of that money. I'm doing good.
No, you know what I mean.
I
We
know what
we
you mean. I
can't
just
put
messing
money
with you.
into certain things and then complain about things like the schools, like the community centers. No, these places are what they call it, where they fund it. I think their funding comes on people who donating money to that. So if the money's not coming in, that's going to fail.
Yeah.
We have no youth centers. We have no recs. Playgrounds have been taken over by drug dealers. So if these kids have no time, nothing to do with themselves, what are they going to do?
Right.
They be out here on the streets. Not all, but some of them.
Right.
It's just a lot going on with us that we are not on point, and it just don't seem to be getting any better. As a whole, I mean.
Yeah, as a whole. Well, let me say this. Sister Foot Soldier has been supporting me for years, and we be having these discussions on this channel, and there are some people who are trying to be very critical because they feel that a black woman, should not say nothing about when a woman abuse a man or a man abuse a woman. No, you don't have no right, especially when I remember it was one time you was, matter of fact, you was in I believe you was in the chat, and then I came back, and that's when I went to got me some breakfast at 7-Eleven. And it was this young lady. She had kids and stuff, and she was on the phone talking to the guy to get some deep. And one of the kids ran out the thing because the other kids, they wasn't watching them. So I ran out, the door, and got the kid. What's the matter? They bothering me and stuff like that, and I got cursed out at.
Is that the one when you went to Wawa first?
That's the second one.
Oh, okay. You was out and about.
Yo, you were too. No, the first, the one I'm talking about, that was like.
I was in the chat when that happened.
Think it was?
I was in the chat.
It was. That's because I did a follow up that night. Now the one you was talking, the one she was talking about, I know someone you told me, yeah. And then that's when it was people said no, and Fusso said, yeah, it happened. What is you talking about? Yeah.
That's another. They're gonna tell you something happened, something didn't happen that happened.
Yeah, read it. Society is Dollar Will says society is broken. Watchers of a grace should be arrested. Yeah, at the minimum, call for help. If you can't summon courage to intervene. Yeah, and this is the thing that people had came to me and said, Grinda, why are you putting yourself out there and they don't respect you?
That doesn't matter. It's not about you.
No.
It's about the child.
Right. That's what I say. But see, this is the question. This is the question I ask. See, and this is that's why at times, for sure, I'll be critical of black men and black women. But I'm saying this, that as a mother, why I'm saying like this, whatever you do is your business. Why are you on the phone, so much of the phone, you think about yourself? You letting your child run in these streets, and they be snatching out black child for years and years and years.
They used to put the kids on the milk cartons. There's so many missing kids, so many to this day.
Right. And see, when I live out in Virginia, they could snatch him up. Some streets had you hit all lights, and you hit the highway, it's done.
Did you guys hear about the incident with the two young kids that was playing on the track, and they just so rest in peace. 1-9, 1-12, and they always play on these tracks.
Yeah.
Nobody, no supervision. We know kids play and stuff, but the lady was telling them to get off the tracks, but they just paid. I know mine. Next thing you know, 2 kids are gone.
Yeah.
So a train hit him?
Yes.
I don't know how that's even possible
They,
because
see this like this. When you do stuff like that, it's like you didn't get hurt the first 3 times. It's just like stealing. You didn't get caught the first 3 times. You got caught the 4th time. It's one of them things that you shouldn't be doing.
yeah.
That's true.
You have to pay attention to what your kids are doing. Well, they were told to get off the track. They just stayed up there. There was more than 2 up there. It just happened to be 2 that got hit. You know how them trains be running.
Yeah. Yeah, Dollar Will, check your email. And that's what I'm saying throughout the year. And then I can tell you this. Throughout the years, I be chasing cars away because they want to pick up our young boys and girls. Majority of them is young boys. Chasing them. Why you doing around the block for? Why you still chasing them? Speed out. Okay, let me thank you, Dollar. Thank you so much for supporting and communicating and check the email and give me that information quick as you can so I could set it up. Yeah, and I asked the parents where you at. Oh, we just hanging out, whatever. 11 o'clock, you let your child to be on the corner that is dark? And this is the time I was checking my email. And I had people come, like I said, I had people come to me and say, hey man, you putting your neck out there, they don't care. I care for our community. That's when I take my walks around where I live at, check around, see everybody all right. Do you have your identification on you? No, you got to get some identification. It's so when people said that black man don't do nothing, don't sit, no. Start listening to what society's saying. Start listening to them because they don't know what they're talking about.
Society, man, puts a big standard on us, man, and we just choose to accept it. But once you go against the grain, like my kids, man, they can't play out there like that. I tell them, I'm in a cul-de-sac, so I tell them you can go down the street all the way to the end of the street. Once you start turning that corner, you're going out to the main roads. No. And I told them, you lucky I let you go that far, because when I first moved over there, I didn't know anybody. The only far as they can go is to the cul-de-sac. Once they got acclimated with the kids around there, I started talking to the people around there and see how the neighborhood was. Then I was letting them go to the end of the street. And now that they're in middle school, I let them go, just in our neighborhood, because we got about 3 other streets in our neighborhood. So I let them go in our neighborhood. It's not that big, but the point of it is, I still let them stay in the neighborhood. Can't go across the street, can't walk to the store by yourself. Back in the day, you could do that. I did it when I was young, but I wouldn't dare let my kids do that now.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I can't do that either. That's what people are like. I be looking like, what is y'all doing? And stuff. Oh, let me put this out there right now. I will do a chop up with the one and only brother Dollar Will. That's gonna be 10:05 tonight. As soon as he gonna get me the stuff, I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna do a short on that with the link to come to the show. So watch out for that. God's willing, tomorrow night at 10:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will chopping it up on my brother Dollar Will on the Darkness Round Table on my channel. So check that out, Joe. Check that out. It's gonna be another classic building. Trust and believe, and we know each other for a long time in this space. So that'd be an honor. That'd be an honor. So watch out for that. So yeah, it's crazy. Now, I'll tell you, when I be doing shopping, it was one time I was shopping, right? Now I was on the phone with the miss because she was coming at night, so I was getting stuff for us, to cook. And it was this young boy. And he said, what happened? It was these couple people following me. It was a man and a woman. The man, he laughed, the guy in the car. And I said, do you know him? Yeah, well, no, you don't. He don't know you. So I asked, he chased her out. And the magic got into the act and everything. And I said, where mommy at? She right there. I said, well, you ain't watching her? Why? Because it was a couple who trying to adopt your son. I said, but the man left and got in the car. Why do you think he pulled his car around? Well, he's all right. And he's all right. And then she started hitting on him. So why you hit on him for? And I never forget that day. That shook me up, y'all. I was pissed. That even that night, I mean, when the miss can't see me, I was pissed. And there was people around, they ain't do nothing. Nothing. Jacobs,
I would have been mad too.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I said, can you hear me?
Yes.
I would say I would have been mad too, and that's the problem. That's the huge problem. Just because it's not your child. Or if you say something to a child, the parents want to argue with you. What they do, they use women to grab these kids as well. They play a big part in a lot of these kids because they feel like if it's a woman, she would feel more comfortable going with that child, feel more comfortable going with that person.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it's been going on for a long time. It ain't just start. As you know, growing up as a kid, the neighborhood store was right down the street. Or if you doing something or going somewhere you ain't supposed to be, you could not be near no bar. As a kid, you could not be standing in front of no bar. You could not get nobody to go in there and get you no cigarettes or things of that nature. They'll tell you go ahead on home. They'll send you home.
Mm-hmm.
I know your mom. I know your dad. What you doing around here?
Mm-hmm.
You had no choice to carry your little butt home. You already in trouble anyway. They tell you hit them steps at 8 o'clock, not 8:01, not 8:02, 8 o'clock, whatever time they give you. That's where you need to be. There used to be a commercial that come on at night at 11. It's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Yep, sure was. Yep.
They don't play that commercial because the kids all over the place now. Here, now the kids have a curfew at the mall because they don't know how to go to the mall and get what they get and get on. They want to fight. So now, you know how it is in the county, mostly white area. They not trying to have all that foolishness. So now it's a curfew for the teenagers. And it's bad because there's a lot of teenagers who's going to be affected by that.
Right.
Yeah.
People don't think,
19.
huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
People don't think about that. You know what I mean? It's other people will be affected by your foolishness.
Yeah, 'cause that's what I was saying with like 19. That's what they did. And they just never came off of it when the C-19 happened. They
Yeah.
had our curfew at 7:30 for the mall.
Uh-huh.
In the let's just say in the black folks area, they have it at 7:30. I mean at 7 o'clock. Like by 7, the mall closed. Certain shoe stores closed at 7, and then you go to the upper echelon. Theirs will stay open to about 8, but the malls usually close at 9.
Right.
They knocked all the times out. Yeah,
They don't,
and then
they don't stay open late. You're right.
hmm and then that was more of a reason to close them without even pushing the time because the kids were, even though the kids were spending money, it just too much was going on with them. Hanging out too much, and then the parents don't really enforce nothing because you got young kids. Well, the parents are dropping them off at the mall. I remember when I was in high school, and I couldn't go to no club like that. I go hang out at a friend's house or something. If I went to a club when I was young, I used to sneak and tell my grandma I was going to a friend's house to go to a party. But then my friend mom, she'll take us to the club, and we'll go to teen clubs.
Yeah.
And the thing of it was, this teen club I used to go to, one of my friends, when we got older, his girlfriend mom, we was talking to her, and she was telling us how she'll take her way across town. I'm talking about like 30, 40 minutes to go drop her daughter off at a club, and then go 30, 40 minutes by 1 o'clock to come pick her back up for the club. Teen club closed at like 1. So she'll drop her off at like 8 o'clock and then come pick her back up like close to 1. And I'm like, really? I'm like, dang, you was a awesome parent in my book. But now that I'm older and think about it, that was reckless. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm spending 40 minutes to drive my child somewhere. And then it was crazy because one time she dropped her off, and 45 minutes later, when she just pulled up to the house, she said, "Mama, come get us. They got the shooting at the club, so they closed the club down." So 45 minutes they sitting outside waiting. It was a group of her friends. I think it was like 5 of them that had walked to the gas station and all go stand in the gas station and everything. And we ain't coming around talking to them. And they're younger, about 17, 16, 17, around in that frame. None of them was, graduated in 12th grade. They was all like from 11 to on down. And they was sitting up there just, stuck for 45 minutes. I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. If I can't reach my child at least about 20, 30 minutes, because you talking about 40 minutes, that's adding an extra 15 minutes if traffic to an hour. I'm like, nah, ain't no way. Couldn't do it.
Right.
And a lot of times it's the parents, a lot of times these parents they too relaxed. They let these kids get away with so much.
Yeah.
And then the parents, they don't enforce rules, because it comes to a point where if the parents don't enforce the rules, then the kids grew up unruly. They don't actually, and being pillars of society because of the parents don't enforce it. If I don't tell my kids to do chores and all this, like I tell my kids when I make them do chores, I say, these chores are not for me, it's for you. I said, who was washing these dishes and taking out the trash before you was born? And they said, well, you was. I said, exactly. I said, this is showing a sign of discipline and a sign that if I tell you to do something, you have to stay on that task. You have to clean those dishes every night. When the floors need to be clean, I shouldn't have to tell you to clean the floor. You should be a responsible young person to become an adult. It doesn't start when you become an adult, like, yeah, I'm 18 now. Now I got to start being grown. No, it starts when you're a child and you get those characteristics as a child, and then to an adult, there you go.
They have to have a responsibility.
Right.
Yep.
And you know how it was. Sometimes you had to do a chore before you go to school.
Or even go outside.
Yes, maybe an hour with the TV. I mean, it's like a whole bunch of things that we just not doing what we should do when it comes to raising kids. To teach them to be respectful and respectful to others. It's a mess now. The schools are terrible. I don't think I could ever be a teacher. They're beating up the teachers. They have buses here. They made it, accommodated the kids so they can get to school. If you live in the city and you go in the county or the west side, they have buses for them not far from their home. Get on the bus. Oh, no, they got to get on the NTA and run amok. Cursing, bad hygiene, especially with the boys. They just was too much. Sometimes the bus driver wouldn't even stop for them. That's how bad they were on that bus. But they didn't want to get on the bus that was accommodated for them. Cause you know why? Because they won't go home. They want to go here and there. Just like when they let them out they say it's too hot in the class. I'm like, I don't know why you letting them outside, because they ain't going home. They all after 3 o'clock, you can go in the stores now. They got a law where you can't go in the stores during school hours, but 3 o'clock, they all in the stores instead of them going home. Running them up.
Rough. Yep. And then they don't have the laws are supposed to be helping the kids, because ever since 19, these kids can't get jobs like that. The adults need jobs. So who would you rather hire? A young kid or adult that's experienced? They're going to take a pay cut, which they don't like, but they need to pay the bills. And then with these managers talking to these people, I done seen so many managers talk crazy to an adult. I'm like, hold on. That's an adult you're talking. Like my brother, he does construction, and he said that I guess before he got there, the manager, whoever that's over the city, comes over there, supervisor comes over there, and he just talk reckless to the guys that work at the construction place if they do something wrong. And my brother had to explain to the guy. He said, well, I'm a part of this guy crew. When you say you guys are dummies, you talking to me, and I'll take that highly offensive. He told him, he said, look, you can express yourself without cussing and throwing your hands, because when you do that, it seems like you want to fight. He said, I'm not a fighting man, but I throw down. And the guy kind of held himself back. He apologized to him, but he told him, he said, we both men. I put my pants leg on the same time. I put my pants leg on one time, just one leg at a time like you. Now, if we have a conversation, that's one thing. I messed up. Yeah, let me understand what I did wrong and correct it. But you coming in here yelling at me like, I'm not your child. Your children at home. And if you don't have kids and you talking to me like that, then that puts a bigger strain on, like, this is how you deal with adults. That shouldn't be.
That is so true.
Yeah. And, like I said, it's a lot of bigger time come from the adults, because, I always give more reverence to the elders, and, they teaching the youth and stuff like that. But the ones that just don't teach and then complain, it's like,
exactly.
You're the ones that's part of the problem.
Exactly.
They don't know how to act right. You have to teach them, but go ahead.
You made a valid point when it comes to the school. You have these meetings for the teachers and for the parents, parent-teacher meetings. So if you want to know how your child is doing, please go to these meetings. And as for us, if we want to get something done, it would be beneficial to us if we had more people do it than a handful. So you know why these Caucasians get shit done? They be at these meetings. If they
Yep.
don't want you to build say a Met Center there, people that take the Met, they go to these meetings and make sure that that don't get done in their neighborhood. We don't. We complain to one another. We can
Yeah.
do the same thing and get the same thing done. But if you ain't saying nothing, they say you don't care. Why should they care?
Right. And also though too, you got some of these teachers be not dressing as an adult. You got men in here wear these tight stuff to see their stuff, and you got women dressing like prostitutes.
Yep.
And these
And
are the
that
people that teaching us and everything. And to me, it's a slap in the face. I'm like what are you doing? But this is the thing.
that's management. You got to go higher up on that. I
Yep.
notice when stuff get done with them, somebody got on the big boss's ass because he has a boss as well. So it trickles down to the manager, to his manager or whoever. That's the only reason they do shit. Somebody's lighting a fire to somebody's behind. So then they have to make changes. If we just complain to one another and not go to these places that they have out there for you to get something done, but it should be a whole bunch of us, not just one, because it's happening in every state. Our kids are failing in these schools, and it's sad.
Yeah, because there's strength in numbers.
That's what I
We
mean.
talk about a lot of these other schools, and that's like in certain areas, they have these teachers. They're able to go to school, teach these
Hmm.
kids. They don't have to worry about buying extra supplies. The county, like, people don't want to pay taxes. Your tax dollars help the schools. When people don't pay their property tax, then they say, well, my kids are in a bad situation. The school isn't this, the school isn't that. You're not helping funding the school when you don't pay the taxes. So that's why these kids have schools like this. My kids now, they got lockers at their middle school. They don't even use them. I'm like, what's the purpose of having lockers and you don't use them? Well,
Exactly.
we don't have enough lockers. Well, it should be for the eighth graders and the seventh
Hmm.
graders only get lockers. The sixth graders don't get lockers. Put things in play to where the older kids they're learning their steps on becoming in the high school, and then go from there. Then you have like the teachers, like you said, was about the dress code. Now
Hmm.
that one teacher that they had big on that she was kind of curvy, she ended up getting a BBL surgery, and the thing of it was she was wearing stuff that was more revealing, more tight, but at the same time it wasn't nothing like no short skirts like some of these other teachers I see, and like she was wearing clothes that were more fitting, but at the same time she had longer shirts over her stuff. Now compared to what she was wearing, the other teachers, that was outrageous. And then the crazy part about it was they was going through all this whole thing, and she was a kindergarten teacher. Now I don't never know. I mean, the times have changed, but I don't know too many kindergartners looking at their teacher like they like them like that. You
Right.
know, so I kind of found that to a degree that they was getting on her just because of her looks than versus what they really wanted to say about her and everything. Because, she dressed appropriate. She just was a little bit too curvy for school with the clothes she wore, but at the same time, she was dealing with kindergartners. And she was an art teacher at that, and they end up trying to get her fired. But then you'll have the teacher that beat up the girl in the classroom. I seen she was wearing a miniskirt. As soon as she bent over to jump over the girl, the skirt rolled up onto her back, so her panties were showing. So I'm
Right.
like, what about the outrage for that teacher that was wearing the miniskirt compared to the teacher that was wearing the skirt down to her kneecaps as the kids got in their form.
Yeah.
Every girl has to wear a skirt past her knees. She's
Yeah.
wearing skirts past her knees. The one teacher, that skirt was to her thighs. I'm like, if you won't let a child come to school like that, why you let a teacher come to school like that?
Right.
You're promoting a certain behavior for these kids but then you're telling them to do something else. That's like a girl, her mom telling her don't become a stripper, but she come home every day showing cash to her daughter. Her daughter gonna be like, my mama crazy. She think I ain't gonna become a stripper because I'm seeing the positive. I'm not seeing the negative, and that's what a lot of the kids see. They see the positive, and with no negative, that's why they want to be drug dealers, want to be strippers, want to be rappers, football players. They don't know the bad side of the contracts. They don't know how the industry treats them, and people get over on them, and all the other crazy behind the scenes stuff that people need to go to church for. They don't see all that. All they see
Yeah,
is the money and the fame.
yeah. I tell you, one time I was taking care of some business, right? You know, and there was this lady, a lie, y'all. She had on a suit, like a business suit, but the dress was past her hips. And so when she dropped some, I could actually see it. If y'all know what I mean. Oh, sir, you can fill this out and everything. Is it possible that I could fill it? You can give me, the paper. I could fill it out. I could mail it in. And every time she walked, she had to pull it down and pull it down. And all these men was looking. And she was saying, I don't know why they look at me that way. I said, what do you think? Brother GP in the building. Salute to you, brother. Got better know, brother Go Professor. Thank you. I appreciate that. GP, man, you gotta let me know. And she got offense of that. I said, you ain't wearing no panties, and you got people. You mad at people, men looking at you. Well, they don't supposed to look. What do you mean they don't supposed to look?
Well, JT and Brother Sheed, I'm going to drop.
Thank
Go
you.
find me something to eat. We need to have more conversations such as this.
I'm trying, sis, if people willing to come besides
No,
you.
we always do. Oh, there'll be people listening. They might not drop down, but they be listening.
Definitely. And thanks for always your support, sis.
No problem. Everyone have a blessed day.
You do the same. You do the same. Yeah. But I think that it's very important that what she's saying. I think it's very important because it's getting outrageous. And I know we talk to women, we talking about these men, they act like women. They come to being a teacher in pocketbooks, looking sweet. And these are the ones they let them to teach about sex education in pre-kindergarten and kindergarten, first grade. These are some that read nursery rhymes to our kids. And so we had to understand what we in. And I know there are some of us say that everybody have the right to live. It's got to be equality, equal. Nah, to me, listen, I don't want to be around that. I am a straight, heterosexual black man. And I'm proud to be that. Would you want the ones respect y'all? But y'all the one violating our kids. Y'all the one, and y'all the one violating grown people too. But some of us still want to be friends to the enemy, cause they are enemies. So once y'all said, this is the way I feel. People in the space, once y'all talk about that. You got some men be dressing as women, and you got women dressing as men, and some of them are educators. They work in the different types of workforce, and you got men and women respect them. If you're here, she let me know. And it's sad, man. Like I said, it's sad. It angers me. It really does. But we keep on taking it, keep on taking it, keep on taking it. And thanks again, Brother GP, as always, supporting me. Thank you. Well, if Brother She don't come back in a few, I'm gonna get off here. But if he is, we can stay a little longer. Let me put this back up here. If anybody that wants to join, the panel, you can. So, well, again, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. This is yours truly, the number one Grinda, one of the best kept secrets on social media, the best of the business, and this is the number one Grinda talk, number 8. Number 8. Oh, yeah. I'm here. Yeah, so, yeah. But it's great conversation. Again, I will chop it up with Brother Dollar Will tomorrow at 10:05 tomorrow night. So watch out for that. So, oh. So, yeah. But she probably into being busy doing something. Yeah. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Going on 1 o'clock. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. What a rush, what a rush, what a rush. Oh yeah, next month is the NBA draft. So we're gonna watch out for that. Yeah, the NBA draft is next month, yo. And matter of fact, see, I believe from this Sunday, I think 3 more weeks be my birthday. Yeah, 3 more weeks be my birthday. There it is.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Brother, sister, for sure, tell you goodbye.
Yeah, I heard my phone, I was trying to get off, but my phone goes to sleep now. I gotta find a way how to do that because if I'm on live, usually it stays on and then I can walk around and talk and stuff. But after I think 3 or 4 minutes, if I don't touch the screen, my phone go to sleep. So it's different than what I usually do.
Yeah, that's true. So,
Yeah, but yeah,
like I said, the NBA draft is next month. So watch out for that. And
yeah.
football season, huh?
I was gonna say I'm not a real big NBA, but I'd rather watch football more than basketball. But I do look at the finals because I'm a person that's really into sports, so I do look
Yeah,
at
yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
But
Yeah, right, right.
yeah,
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, yeah. So I'm looking for see what they got. I don't know. I gotta look. I gotta look more at players and stuff. I usually do, but yeah. Now you got the G league. Watch out for that.
yeah,
Yeah, I tell you. Yeah. Well,
yeah. I'm about
you
to
got
drop.
any
I'm
last
about
thoughts,
to.
brother?
Nah, that's it. I'm about to drop down. I gotta make a call.
Okay.
All right,
All right. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro.
no problem.
All right. Um. Again, thank y'all again. It's very much appreciate everybody in the chat. I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for participating and keep this conversation going. Thank you, sister, for soldier. And I know brother Prince, you trying to get on, but thank you. And brother Prince and brother Sheed, we hear he just left. And just understand, people, fam, we just gotta encourage each other more. And everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. On behalf of my channel, Underrated Darkness, yours truly, #1 Grinda. This is the last of Number 1, grind the talk. Number 8. Number 9 would be soon. And let's regard and encourage each other and keep on advocating for ourselves. Tomorrow night, 10:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be chopping up, God's willing. I'll be chopping up with the one and only brother Dollar Will. It's going to be another classic in the for the building of it. And so watch out for that. I'm waiting for the brother to send me some stuff so I can set it up. And I'm most likely going to do a short on it. So we'll send the link to that so y'all could handle your business. Alright, I want you to support that. I might go on later on today, but it really depends how I feel. But if not, definitely tomorrow night. I'll probably do, it depends how I feel in the morning. I'll probably do something, but definitely tomorrow night, tomorrow night, 10:05 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be chopping up with Brother Dollar Will on my channel. So I want you to watch out for that. And good afternoon, good evening, be well, family. This one is Ghost.